Twitch.
Parade of voices passing by, gilded splinters when you close your eyes. Distance.
Twitch is something of a linking track, but weirdly it feels like the sort of last piece of the puzzle on the album, linking to other songs. But we actually wrote it well before we wrote anything else here. We played it once way up in Middlesbrough, and it absolutely bombed, because at the time we weren't doing anything like the music that we're doing now, and it just stuck out like a sore thumb. So I'm glad we were able to give it a home and rehabilitate it. So Twitch is a song all about insomnia, which should be fairly obvious from the lyrics. Still awake at 3 a.m. kind of gives it away, doesn't it, really? So I've mentioned that I've worked day jobs my entire life, so I don't just do this rock and roll thing. I know, with all this talent, I do actually have to go to work in the morning, and I tend to struggle to sleep. And at one point I barely slept for about 6 months, which was something of a record for me at the time, and I felt like an absolute zombie. And it's weird insomnia. If it's never happened to you, then you won't quite know. But you feel very, very tired through the day, and pretty miserable about everything. Then you go to bed, and all of a sudden you're wired, and your head wants to hit the ceiling, and you want to sort of dance around your living room, but you can't do that in a modern urban environment. So you have to kind of just deal with it. So you sort of stare at the ceiling, listen to the traffic go by. If you're me and you live in the delights of suburban London, then you'll hear the foxes screaming at each other. You'll hear the traffic in the distance. All that good stuff. So this song is really all about that. It's nice and heavy at the time. Musically, it was a bit of an experiment for me. I was really glad when we took our current Styx man Tom Harley Eustace on and set him to task on this song, because he absolutely beat the shit out of those drums and made it sound nice and big and heavy, and that was lovely. There's also some very subtle strings in the break about halfway through. If you listen really carefully, you can just about hear them. And that's Twitch. Up next, we've got Cold Sick. See you tomorrow.